Wish you all a happy morning. In this session, you are going to learn the unit number 6, the poem. The name of the poem is Incident of the French Camp, written by Robert Browning. So, before getting into this particular poem in detail, you have the very first slide. Here, in the first slide, you can have the explanation part of the poem. It's an extract, we call it. In this extract, uh, you are explained what actually this poem is all about. Here in this poem, you can come across these four aspects. One of them is chivalry, the meaning part of it is politeness. The other one is gallantry, being courage is. Third one is patriotism, being loyal. And fourth one is sacrifice. So these are the four terminologies which this particular poem is talking about. What is being polite? How this particular person was so courageous, how he was loyal, and what he did at last. That is called sacrifice. How he sacrificed. Fine. Okay. So with the understanding of these four terminologies, let us move on to the poem. Okay. Here in this first point, okay, it's in a story format where you will understand the four terminologies, the meaning part of it. Okay? Yes. The poet Robert Browning narrates an incident. It's an incident at the French camp in the War of 1809 between France and Austria in a dramatic version. So it's an historical event, okay, where the author is explaining is who are all the characters and what do these four terminologies have got to do with these characters. Let us find out. He describes the brave action of a valiant soldier whose heroic devotion to duty and his pride in it is inspiring and worthy of admiration. Okay, fine? Yes. So the explanation, the complete explanation part of this particular poem is it's all about a brave soldier, how he was, how he acted, okay, how he approached himself, how he carried himself, how he acted upon. This is what the entire poem is. Who is that particular, okay, heroic, okay, devotional, okay, a valiant soldier? Let us find out. During the attack of French army of Ratisbonne, Napoleon was anxious about the result. Okay, right? Certainly, you would have come across, you would have studied the great king called Napoleon. Okay, there is a war going on between what the nation France and Austria. So during the attack of French army, the French is being attacked. Where? On Ratisbonne, the name of a place, Ratisbonne. Ratisbonne, where Napoleon is so anxious about the result. What is going to happen? The result is going to be in favor of us, or it's going to be completely against. I'm going to win or going to lose. Yeah, this is what he's thinking of. Napoleon, the great king. Okay, so what is happening here? Austrians were defending Ratisbonne. Austrians were defending, okay, Ratisbonne with great determination and courage. So Austrians people were really fighting, okay, against the French army. So they were defending the place called Ratisbonne, which is in their control right now. They are defending it. There are people, right, representing from France. The soldiers. They are trying to invade Ratisbonne. Okay, so Austrians are defending. Fine. So what is happening here? Robert Browning is an English poet and playwright. Okay. Okay. So wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, we'll see about the author. Okay, once this particular poem gets over. Okay. So what is happening? Yes, there is a clash, okay, fight, okay, war going on between French and Austria. So Austria, right, they are defending a place called what? Ratisbon. Okay. Napoleon was watching the war. Is in fact watching the war, standing on a mount near the battlefield. So Napoleon was there and he was watching the war. What was going on there? Whether the war was in favor of them or just okay, anything that he could do. In fact, he was watching the war as a king. Okay. All of a sudden, a rider appeared from the close smoke and dust. So in a sudden, okay, in a fraction of a second, okay, there was a rider, okay, appeared from the close smoke and dust. Riding at great speed, jumping and leaping, he approached the mound where Napoleon stood. Okay, so he approached Napoleon. Okay, is one of the troop member, the soldier. Okay, the soldier wanted to convey something to Napoleon. Let us find out what he had to convey. As he came closer, the narrator noticed that the rider, young boy, was severely wounded. Okay, that particular fellow, the soldier, was severely wounded. He was in a war. He was fighting so long. Okay, now he's approaching the King Napoleon. Okay, from the war. Okay, now the Napoleon is looking at him. Okay, where he is deeply wounded. Okay, but the rider showed no sign of pain. Okay, but this young fellow boy showed no pain, okay, because it was bleeding. Okay, literally it was bleeding. Okay, too much of blood from his body. Okay, but he did not show any sign of pain. And smiling in joy, in fact, he smiled in joy, jumped off the horse, came out of the horse, jumped out of the horse, and gave the happy news of victory to the emperor. Come on, we have won the battle against French army. We have won, we have captured, we have retained Ratisbon, a place. Though he was deeply wounded. In fact, he was at the verge of his death. Last minute, he was about to die. But what was right being conveyed there from his point of view, but from his side, he was loyal, he was brave, and he was exercising his duty, the full commitment and sacrifice. He sacrificed what? His own life. His own life for the sake of his nation. You understand? Yes. He exclaimed, in fact, with pride that French had conquered Ratisbon. French had conquered Ratisbon, and he himself noticed the flag of France. Now, French, right, has conquered Ratisbon, the Austrians. When Napoleon heard the news, his plans soared up like fire. His eyes softened when he saw that the soldier was severely wounded. So this particular message was conveyed to Napoleon, but Napoleon could see that particular fellow, the soldier, was severely wounded. Like a caring mother eagle, the emperor asked if he was wounded. So looking at the soldier, the emperor is asking him, "How are you feeling? Okay, you are bleeding. Okay, how are you right now? How are you doing? Is it okay? Is everything okay? Can you manage?" The pride soldier replied proudly that he was killed and died heroically. I'm dying. I'm dying. He replied, "Yes, I'm dying, but I'm dying with much pride because I'm dying like a hero. I'm dying like a hero, having sacrificed my life for the nation, for the great nation." So there's a lot of contribution for this particular victory from my end. I'm so proud of living my life, sacrificing my life for the nation. You understand? Yes. So it's an historical piece where Robert Browning tries to explain, okay, that real true character of a soldier, a brave soldier, how you are so brave, a valiant soldier, brave soldier, courageous soldier, how he acted upon. He was too committed. And at last, what he did, he sacrificed. He sacrificed his own life for the betterment of his nation. He respected, he obeyed, he acted upon the word of his king, the troop. He acted as a soldier. He obeyed, he exercised all the rules, commands which were passed on. And he gave his best for what? For the nation. And at last, what happened? He was respected. The soldier was respected and glorified. And still, we are talking about the glory of this particular, the courageous part of, the commitment part of, the sacrifice part of this particular soldier. How it all happened because he was loyal. He was truthful to his nation. And that is why still he is being taught. That's what Robert Browning says. A soldier with much commitment, loyalty, and wait a minute. Yeah. Here you see about the author, Robert Browning. Robert Browning is an English poet and playwright. He was educated mainly at home, but he attended a short course in Greek at London University. In recognition of his outstanding contribution to literature, a literary society called the Browning Society was established. Robert Browning, a famous personality in English literature. He is an American poet. In Out of the cradle, endlessly rocking. In so many poems he has written. Okay, so he has contributed a lot. He has contributed a lot to the literature, English literature. Okay, fine. So hope you all have understood the the actual meaning part of, okay, the essence part of the poem. So what this Robert Browning is trying to convey through this poem. Okay, fine. So with this, let us wind up.